Welcome back, focused learners. Okay, so we just wrapped up our breakdown of Python lists, right? Well, today we are unlocking a completely different level of power. We're diving into Python dictionaries. And honestly, this is a foundational pillar used absolutely everywhere in real-world data processing. If you want to analyze data efficiently at scale, this is a concept you simply cannot skip.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. Defining Python dictionaries. 2. Essential dictionary operations. 3. Looping through data. 4. Real-world data analytics. And 5. Mistakes in practice.
Section 1. Defining Python dictionaries. What exactly are they?
So at its core, a Python dictionary is a data structure that stores information in a really strict key-to-value format. Think of it kind of like a real-world name tag and the actual person it belongs to. It's a direct map. You don't have to sequentially search through some massive list to find what you need. Basically, if you know the key, Python just instantly unlocks the corresponding value for you. It's built for sheer speed and precision.
Let's ground this abstract idea with a practical example. Say a student profile for someone named Pawan. We've got our defined keys here, name, age, and city. And notice how they map directly to their corresponding values. So the key name maps straight to Pawan, age maps to 25, and city maps to Bangalore. It creates this really clean, unshakable one-to-one relationship.
Now, when we actually write this out in Python and print the entire object, you'll see the output is bundled neatly inside curly braces. That curly brace syntax, it's absolutely vital. It's basically the universal signal to Python that, hey, this is a dictionary, grouping all of our key value data together into one nice, manageable block.
Moving right along to Section 2, Essential Dictionary Operations. How to manipulate your data.
Because, data isn't static, right? It has a life cycle. And this brilliantly illustrates how we can actively manipulate it. In step 1, we access data by just asking for the key inside square brackets. So calling the name key instantly outputs Pawan. In step 2, we expand. We add a brand new salary key and set it to 30,000. Time passes in step 3, so we take that existing age key and update it to 26. And finally, in step 4, let's say Pawan relocates. Well, we completely remove his city using the pop command. Just 4 simple steps to control the entire life cycle of your data.
All right, Section 3, Looping through data. Let's process data in bulk.
So when dealing with bulk data, we need to shift gears a bit. To process data efficiently, we use the .items syntax. By writing a for loop with .items, we're literally telling Python to unpack both the key and the value simultaneously. And I gotta say, this technique is highly prized in data analytics. Why? Because it lets you tear through massive datasets with elegant, efficient code, totally avoiding the headache of manually requesting every single key.
And when we run that loop, it gives us a perfect, updated snapshot of our data structure. Look at that. The age is now 26. The $30,000 salary is integrated perfectly, and the city we popped out earlier is totally gone. The loop cleanly verifies that all our previous operations worked absolutely flawlessly.
Now for Section 4, Real-World Data Analytics, Corporate Scenarios.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is seeing why this actually matters in practice. This isn't just for simple student profiles. This is exactly how real corporate data is stored out in the wild. Imagine a real employee record. We map a name to Rahul, a department to sales, a sales figure of 50,000, and a calculated bonus of 5,000. It is the exact same key value logic we just learned, but applied directly to high-stakes business analytics.
I cannot stress this enough. Mastering this is absolutely non-negotiable. This specific dictionary format is the literal backbone of the modern tech industry. It powers APIs for software communication. It serves as the basis for JSON data all across the web. And crucially, it feeds directly into heavy-duty data processing tools like pandas. Basically, if you understand dictionaries, you understand the fundamental language of modern data.
Finally, Section 5, Mistakes and Practice. Time to test your skills.
Before we wrap up, there is a massive trap you must avoid, one that trips up beginners all the time. Duplicate keys. So what happens if you assign the key name to Pawan, and then later in that exact same dictionary, assign name to Rahul? Well, Python won't crash. Instead, it silently overwrites the data, meaning only the latest value, Rahul, gets actually stored. So to ensure proper mapping, remember this golden rule. Your keys must always be completely unique.
Okay, now it is your turn. Imagine you have a product dictionary, say a Dell laptop, priced at $50,000. Here's my challenge to you.
how do you write the code to print just the name? Then, how do you successfully update that price to $55,000? And finally, how do you print the completely updated dictionary? Just pause for a second, think back to the syntax we covered today, and see if you can figure out the exact code.
Once you've figured it out and written down your code, comment "Dictionary done" below to really cement that muscle memory. Next time, we're going to continue our journey by breaking down Python tuples and sets for data analytics. But before we go, consider this. If dictionaries are so incredibly powerful and flexible for mapping and changing data, what on earth happens when we need a dataset that is completely unchangeable, locked in stone for security? Keep that in mind, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next explainer.